It is December of 2018, and just a year prior, Conor McGregor welcomed a $100 million payday against Floyd Mayweather, and then welcomed an additional $50 million payday against Khabib Nurmagomedov just a couple months before this incident took place. At the time, Conor was not married to his now wife Dee Devlin. They were just boyfriend and girlfriend, and they shared one child together, which is Conor Jr. However, Conor's then girlfriend Dee was very much pregnant with their second child, and would ultimately give birth just a month after this incident took place. The incident we are talking about happened on December 9th of 2018, where a woman by the name of Nikita Hand said that Conor McGregor assaulted her after a night of partying, which left her heavily bruised and suffering from PTSD. Conor McGregor was just recently found liable in this case against Miss Hand, to which he is now forced to pay her around 250,000 American dollars for damages. But what's very interesting about this case is that it involves a lot of lying, deception, and more holes than 50 Cent on 161st Street. I'll just give out all the details and I'll let you all be the judge of who you would like to believe in this case. There are many people involved that are very vital to this case. However, there are only 4 main characters that were called upon and used as evidence, as they're the ones mostly involved in what took place December 9th. This involves the accuser, Nikita Hand, and the accused, Conor McGregor and James Lawrence, as well as another woman that goes by the name of Miss Danielle Keeley. Miss Hand's lawyer says that Conor McGregor was very angry about his last fight, which was a loss to Khabib Nurmagomedov just 2 months prior, and said that Miss Hand was only looking to have fun with Conor McGregor after messaging him through Instagram, and he said that Miss Hand knew Conor McGregor socially because they had grown up in the same area. Conor picked up Miss Hand and her friend Danielle Keeley in a car, to which they shared a little bit of the devil's dandruff while they headed their way to the Beacon Hotel. CCTV footage shows that all 4 in this party were going up to a penthouse around 12:35 p.m. and all 4 were also seen going back to the car park around 6:15 p.m. During these hours and the hours preceding, Hand accuses Conor McGregor and Mr. Lawrence of SA charges. However, in the process, she also lies to police, which was caught on video footage. Surveillance video shows Miss Hand kissing Conor McGregor's arm and hugging him. After going up to the penthouse, Conor McGregor and Miss Hand take one room in the penthouse. Mr. Lawrence and Miss Keeley take another room in the penthouse, in which both parties separately partake in adult activities. It should also be noted that there were a little bit of drugs and alcohol involved in this situation, but during this time is where Miss Hand says that Conor McGregor forced himself upon her and violently assaulted her. In her statement, she said that she told him she did not want to sleep with him and she told him no, to which Conor McGregor did not oblige. He allegedly pinned her down to the bed and started kissing her, and would put her in a chokehold and say, "Now you know how I felt in the octagon where I tapped out 3 times. And then she said from that point on, she just let him do whatever he wanted to her. Conor, of course, testified that everything was consensual and says that the words no or stop never came out of her mouth, and testifies that everything she is saying is a lie. Miss Keeley, who was called as a witness for the defense, said that at the time no one was in bad form and she didn't notice anything had happened. She said that when she saw Conor and Miss Hand come out of the other bedroom, it seemed to her like everything was fine and no one was upset at all. Camera footage shows the party of 4 leaving, where Conor McGregor and Danielle Keeley left in a car, and Nikita Hand and James Lawrence both spent hours hanging around the car park and can visibly be seen trying to go back up to the penthouse. Footage was also shown of Miss Hand having her arms around Mr. Lawrence and kissing him on multiple occasions. And while in the car park, footage shows Miss Hand sending a text message to her boyfriend, to which was a change in her initial story where she said she sent the text message in the hotel room. Conor McGregor's lawyer says that the footage clearly shows that Miss Hand was not in any distress and she was able to function properly enough to lie to her boyfriend via text about her whereabouts. They said the video did not look like someone who is alleging she had been brutally assaulted just a couple hours earlier. However, back to the story, Mr. Lawrence and Miss Hand make their way back up to the penthouse and they share in sexual relations a couple more times. Mr. Lawrence said he was peer pressured in going back up to the hotel room to have sex with Miss Hand because she was heavily coming on to him in front of Conor McGregor's security staff, and ultimately Miss Hand will return home in the early hours of the very next day, December 10th. She called her boyfriend in a recorded conversation and said that the person who R-worded her choked her 3 times and had threatened that he would off her. But also in this very same conversation, there were some lies told about where she was and who she was with. Nikita Hand would then check into a hospital where she was treated for multiple injuries, including bruising on all 4 limbs, to which a doctor classified her injuries as moderate to severe. However, Conor McGregor denies being the cause for these bruises. After the night, Nikita would accuse both Conor McGregor and James Lawrence of assault. The jury found that Mr. Lawrence did not commit any assault. However, still with very minimal evidence, the jury still found Conor McGregor liable, which is very interesting because there is no concrete clear proof. She accused both men, but she was seen on video footage kissing kissing and touching both men, as well as willingly going up to their penthouse. After Conor McGregor was found liable of damages, he took to X and explained his frustrations, as well as saying that he was going to appeal this decision in a tweet that has since been deleted. In this tweet, he congratulates James Lawrence on being exonerated. He explains his frustrations on many other eyewitnesses that were there that night and their statements being ignored. He says that in Nikita's Hand's original story, she was gang-ard by security and chased from the hotel room on foot, which obviously would be a lie since they showed them all walking out very cordially on CCTV. He blames the court for being brainwashed by mainstream media and said that it was not a court of hard evidence and truth, but a court of opinions and feelings. He also goes on to say that he is not done just yet, justice will prevail, and that he plans on appealing. Now, what actually took place in that penthouse is only known by Conor McGregor and Miss Hand. I'm not too familiar with the Irish government, but if they abide by the saying innocent until proven guilty, I'm just personally surprised they found Conor McGregor liable, even though there wasn't any concrete proof evidence of it. The only proof she really has was the bruises, and even her own friend who was there says that she saw nothing wrong. Overall, this is a very messed up situation in which two adults who at the time both had partners with children decided to consume drugs and alcohol and make their way up to a penthouse where only they know what actually happened. But with two conflicting stories, someone is definitely lying, so feel free to let me know in the comments, who do you believe? Do you think Conor is guilty and should have faced a much more severe punishment? Or do you think Conor is innocent and should rightfully appeal the jury's decision? Feel free to let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. As always, I thank you all so much for the support, and I'll catch you in the next video.